In this video, I'm going to be solving two quadratic equations. Now there's one difference between these quadratic equations compared with the ones we've done in the last videos, and that is my coefficient before the x squared is not 1. It's actually a 2 in this one and a 3 in this one. So I'm going to use a slightly different method. I'm going to use trial and improvement to solving these quadratic equations. Now first of all, hopefully you'll know that I'll need to factorise the equations first to then find solutions. Okay, 2x squared, well, the term that's in here multiplied by the term that's in there must make 2x squared in order for this to be equivalent to my factorised version. So I'm going to need a 2x in here and an x, and that has to be true. Now, I've got a minus 3 here. I'll need these two numbers to multiply together to make minus 3. So my possibilities could be minus 1 times 3, or it could be 1 times a minus 3. Okay, now I'm going to use trial and improvement to work out what the correct answer is. Let's try minus 1 and 3. Let's put a minus 1 in here and a 3 in here, and let's see what happens when we expand it. So 2x times x there makes my 2x squared, so that bit's correct. 2x multiplied by the 3 will give me 6x. Minus 1 times x is going to give me minus x, and minus 1 times minus 3 gives me minus 3, and that equals 0. So I've got 2x squared. Positive 6x minus x is going to make a positive 5x, and minus 3 equals 0. So I'm very close. I've got a positive 5x. Actually, I need a minus 5x. Let's try something different. Let's try, I've got 2x there again. We know this bit's correct, and we know my x is correct here, and we know it equals 0. Let's try positive 1 and a negative 3. Let's expand that. Well, 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times minus 3x makes minus 6x. I then get 1 more x from 1 times x, which makes minus 5x. And then the 1 times minus 3 makes the minus 3. So this is the correct version. Now we need to solve this. Well, we know if I put in 3 here, 3 minus 3 is 0, will make the whole, this left-hand side 0, which makes the equation true. So x equals 3 is a correct answer. Now I need to find a number which makes this side of the equation 0 to find my other solution. So I'm trying to find x where 2x plus 1 is going to be equal to 0. So let's solve this. Well, 2x plus 1 equals 0. That must mean that 2x needs to be equal to minus 1. Dividing by 2 both sides, x needs to be minus 1 over 2, so minus a half. So my two solutions here are x equals minus a half and x equals 3. Let's have a go at this equation here. 3x squared minus 14x plus 8. Again, I'll need to put this into double brackets first to work out my solution. 3x times x makes my 3x squared here. I need two numbers that are going to times together to make 8. But I've got a negative here. I've got a minus 14. So I know that I'm going to have to use negatives for my two numbers that times together to make 8. So let's try, I know that I've got minus 1 times minus 8. I also know I've got minus 2 times minus 4. Okay, 3 doesn't work, and I'm done. So it could be any of these pairs. Let's first of all try a minus 1 here and a minus 8 here. And let's see what happens. Well, 3x times x makes 3x squared. 3x times minus 8 makes minus 24x. And we can see that's just way off because I need minus 14x. So that can't be right. Let's try again. 3x, I know this bit's correct. And I know that x here is correct as well. So I've got minus 1 and minus 8. Well, I could swap these around. I could put my minus 8 here and my minus 1 there. If I did that, I'm just thinking about it, my 3x times my minus 1 would make minus 3x, and my minus 8 there would make minus 11x. So that's not going to work, so it can't be that pair. I've tried both possibilities. I've got a minus 2 and a minus 4 here. Let's put them in. Let's try minus 2 there and minus 4 here. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times minus 4 makes the minus 12x. Minus 2 times x makes minus 2x. And I've got my positive 8 as well. Minus 12x minus 2x is minus 14x. So this is my correct factorisation. Now I haven't finished my question yet, I need to solve this equation. So finding numbers for x that makes it 0, well x is equal to 4 here, because 4 minus 4 makes 0, whole thing becomes 0. And again, I need something to make this bracket 0, so I'm trying to find an x, so that 3x minus 2 equals 0. Well, that must mean adding 2 to both sides, that 3x is equal to 2, and then dividing by 3, I need x equal to 2/3, and there are my solutions.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.